Hello everyone, I'm so sorry it's been so late or so many months I was updating something. I'm so sorry about that. But I have so much to tell you about China, and now I live here, I got my new visa, I can stay for 1 more year, and I have a new apartment and I have a kitty. And I feel amazed by living in China. But something I want you to know about here is the social norms. And today I'm going to talk about the social norms. This is a really important message to everyone that is considering moving to China, about economics, about everything that has to China to do. A lot of you maybe haven't been thinking about this, but this is really important to know. I came to China to study Chinese. I learned the language, I can speak the language, maybe not fluently, but I can communicate and I can understand the language. But I can write and read fluent Chinese now, and that's really good. It's a step in the right direction. But I also work here. I work as a photographer and also work as a teacher for kids that have different disabilities in school, like concentration disorders and ADHD, because I understand how it is to have those different diagnoses. When I came here, I had no idea what I should do with my life. But now when I came here and been here for a while, I now decided what I want to be in my life. I decided my career and I decided what to do with my future, and that's amazing. China is just amazing. It's so much to see here and it's so much to discover. And of course China is a totally different culture. But their old culture here, all their history they have, is started disappearing because of one thing: the development of becoming Westerns. When I came here, I saw everything that was totally Chinese, but then I started to realize China is so westernized, but it's still not open borders, it's still closed borders. I asked one of my Chinese friends, why have the government so strict rules about the visas? And he answered that the reason why it's so strict with visas is because if they don't have that, they cannot have control of which people is coming in and out from the country that is not Chinese citizens. Because to keep the country calm, to keep the criminality away, and keep the education levels higher, and know exactly who you're taking into the country. Because they're communists. A lot of people are afraid of China because of the communists. Because they are having the relationship for the country as a communist country. There's something you should be aware of, that China is not as Russia. It's two totally different communists. Two different communist countries, and two different rulers, and two different ways of thinking. Here they're going on the economic basis. They're not going on strict rules. Of course you should not mess with the Chinese government, then you're fucked up, I can say. I haven't messed with them yet, and I don't want to mess with them because I know it's gonna become a lot of problems in the future for me. So I decided to not mess with them, but I have some friends that have been messing with them pretty much. And that means that they will get deported now. They're here illegally, they're taking drugs, and they don't even have a valid visa to stay here. And when they come to the airport, it will be like, hey, you've been overstaying your visa for 4 months, and that means you have to pay us 250,000 yuan. Who can afford that? So don't mess with the Chinese government. Rule number 1. Rule number 2 when you come here is start analyzing the people around you to know who is your real friends and who's not your real friends. And try to considering a way to find solutions in China. If you don't speak the language, find someone that you can trust to speak the language. They can help you, or learn the language yourself. Maybe your pronunciation will be really bad in the beginning, but focus on the speaking first and not the writing part as I did, because that fucked up my speaking totally. Everyone needs to start focusing and start understanding the Chinese culture is not the same as Russia. Russia is totally different, and the culture here is amazing. Of course, some old traditional people here can be really traditional, a little bit too traditional maybe, and that can be a little bit hard in the beginning to understand why they act like they do in different ways. But I started to understand them now, and I started to understand why they are acting like they do, and that made me start to love the country. I don't know if I would come back to Sweden again. I don't know. I don't know if I would move somewhere else. Maybe move around a little bit in China in my life. But I don't know if I would go back to Sweden, because China is so much better. I'm sorry to tell you guys that, but everything here is so much better than Sweden. Everyone knows that China has this, everything is made in China. Yes it is, but it's not good quality. It's number one. Number two, when you buy something here and it's technology, it would be really hard for you to get it back to Sweden or anywhere else you live, because they have this, you need to pay a lot of tax money for it, to put it on the flight and things like that, and it's like fucked up. And also something about China that I really hate, or Asia overall, is this immigration controls on the airport. I was flying from Beijing to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to Osaka, Japan, Osaka, Japan to Beijing. Under that time, I need to do an immigrant checkup in Beijing. And then when I come to Hong Kong, I need to do the same. Go through the immigration. When I go for Hong Kong, I need to go through the immigration. Then I'm coming to China, to Shanghai. I need to go through an immigration. After that, I come to Osaka, I need to go through the immigration. From Osaka, I need to go through the immigration. Shanghai, the immigration again. And from immigration in Shanghai, up to Beijing to the immigration. The people say, I love to travel. That person is fucking lying, because it's not funny to go through the fucking immigration, I promise you. So immigration sucks, but there's a good part of it. The country know exactly who you are, to know if you have a visa, and they can stamp it for you, and they can do this and this and this and this, and they can help you if they know that you're in the country. But if they don't know that, they can't help you. And that's the thing with visas, it's so important. And if visas would disappear totally in the world, you would never know where a person will be. You would never have any information, you would not have any clue of who the person is. And by the way, my new hairstyle is fucking awesome. I like it. But you would not know anything about anyone. And that's the thing. You need to know this information to know who you're letting into the country. So it won't become any terrorist attacks. It won't become any bad criminality in the country. And since I came to China, I heard about one accident with terrorism, and that was in Solitude, and that was on Christmas Eve. Foreigners cannot hang around on the bars in Vodako or in Solitude, because if they did that, the police would take you in, because it's not safe for you, and you can maybe get deported from the country because you didn't follow the rules. And I was like, easy peasy, follow the rules and China is yours. So I just want to say, welcome to China everyone. It's amazing, and you should be aware of that. So that's what I wanted to tell you all today about this matter about China. I love Beijing. I love everything that has to do with China, and it's so easy to get jobs here. It's so easy to live here. It's so easy to get friends here. But you should be noticing that some of these friends will not be your friend for a long time. Maybe a short term, when some of them will be your friends forever. And that's how it works here, because Beijing is a big city. It's 35 million people that lives here, 10 million foreigners, and it's really easy to lose contact with people because you meet new people every day and it's so hard to keep contact. But I'm so sorry YouTube that I haven't been updating anything for a long time. I'm so sorry about that. But right now I'm creating this website that is Idiot Abroad in China, where you can get information about visas, about residence controls, about immigrations, about flight tickets, about everything about China. And it will be done pretty much in 3 months. It's a lot to build and a lot of information to take from different places here in Beijing. I need all the information from, and a lot of collaboration and things like that. And also some tips how you can survive in China with economics and things like that. And I really hope that some of you guys will come to China and visit. And if you're in China, just send an email to me, ronja.officialwork@gmail.com, and I will put it in the link below. So you can send me an email and meet me up. That would be really fun. So have a good time, and I will really start to update myself pretty more often for you guys, because I know that a lot of people have been asking me, why don't you update anything? You don't update Facebook, you don't update Twitter, you don't update YouTube or Google Plus or anything. What's wrong with you? Not even your website. I'm like, because I live in China, it's blocked. You need a VPN for everything. But I have a VPN, but I didn't have any Wi-Fi before. But now I have Wi-Fi that's really fast, and I have a VPN and my system camera, and now I can start working again for you guys with YouTube. Woohoo! So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Love you!